Welcome everyone. Welcome into purplelunarose tarot and astrology. We're going to be doing the fire signs tonight, so Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And we are looking at the week of August 27th through September 2nd. I see Miss L already. Hi, Miss L. Yes, guys, as you come in, please tap that like button for me. And Diana is with us already. All right, guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the current energies before we get started. I am going to do a collective current energy, just a mini one at the beginning, and then we will jump in with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I will timestamp these, guys. I will put the timestamps in after the live stream is over. Let's see. I want to talk about a couple of things. First, announcements, of course, private readings, guys. I have gotten a few messages through my Purple Lunar Rose Tarot Facebook page for free readings. Guys, I know that we normally do a lot of free readings. Hi, Miss Tina, over here at PLR, but we are in, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're in Venus retrograde. And so Venus retrograde is all about filling your cup. So Spirit's really not letting me do a lot of free readings. I'm definitely having to conserve and reserve my energies. The Etsy shop, guys, if you're looking for private readings, the Etsy shop is going to be the way to go. I do offer twin flame coupons. So guys, if you need one, please just reach out to me and I will gladly make you one. Hi, Sandra. So let's get to it. Let's see what else. I don't think there was anything else that I needed to talk about. But let's get to the current energies because I feel like the current energies are getting a little confusing. This journey is confusing, right? I feel like this journey can be a little challenging. Guys, don't forget we are on 3 different platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I can't tell which one that is, but one of them is totally taken off, so it's pretty cool. Little nerve-wracking, but hey. All right, current energy. So we're looking at divine masculine, divine feminine. Please remember, every person on the planet has divine masculine and divine feminine energies within themselves. Your masculine energy is what makes you lock your doors at night, protect your family, provide. Your feminine energy is what makes you self-care, nurture, heal. Well, I mean, masculine heals too, but you know what I mean, that energy. And of course, if you're following me for any amount of time, you're following me because you're on a specific spiritual journey, right? And this specific spiritual journey does include your masculine and feminine energies. For some of you, this is mirrored back to you in another person. Something is totally taking off. Is it the YouTube? Like, it's freaking me out. But anyway. It's either mirrored back to you in a person that you've met in the 3D, like you've met a counterpart in this person. You have like a different connection with this person than anyone else, right? And then for some of you, you're aligning with your masculine and feminine energies within yourself, so you're not necessarily met someone in the 3D counterpart. I should say, for those of you that have met someone in the 3D, this person catapults your spiritual awakening, right? Like that's how you get started on this, journey that we're all on. So let's talk a little bit about those masculine and feminine energies and what they're feeling today, because again, I do feel like there's some confusion. We've been this timeline jumping, right? Like we've been doing this for such a long time. That it just kind of, I think, has us all freaked out. Like, where are we at? Where are we going? Who's here with us and who's going on the journey with us? Most of you are learning that there's a lot of people that kind of are falling away. So it's like if they're not able to go with you on your journey where you're headed, then you're just kind of seeing them again fall away. It doesn't have to be like a big ugly fallout. You're just seeing less of them or hearing less of them. It's kind of like that. How does that thing go? Like if you stop calling or you stop texting, then it's like they stop calling and texting. So it's like you get Diana, can you go over to Facebook and take care of anything on Facebook that we may need to take care of? I would appreciate that so very, very much. But anyway, masculine and feminine energies, a little bit of confusion of where we're at, right? Now that the timeline jumping has kind of come to a stop, it's a little bit of like, hey, where are we at? What are we doing? What's the goal or the plan now, right? Because I think originally when we started this journey, the goal or the plan, or if you started your spiritual awakening, especially if you met someone, it was union, and it was like union with this person, and then you go through the journey and you have your awakening process, and you realize, oh, it's more about to do the purpose, right, instead of the person. But we're still aligning those masculine and feminine energies, regardless of how you believe in union or you believe in this specific journey, whatever your belief system is. It's like you're still aligning your masculine and feminine energies, and you're still balancing those energies out. So something that came to me today is a lot of you have come into contact with that person that catapulted your spiritual awakening after a period of separation. There are a few of you that follow me, and you were actually in union during the time that the rest of us were in a period of separation. So it's really weird, because it's like we have a little bit of a flip flop here, and we get to see both sides, I guess, of the situation. But a lot of you, it's like you recently came into contact, and there's been, after a period of separation, or at least a period of not talking about this journey, right? And it's like now that you've come into contact, there's been this energy of like neutralizing the feminine and the masculine energies, right? It's like we're balancing those energies out. And what's happened is, as we're coming into this energy where we're kind of neutralizing, balancing everything out, it kind of came to a peak, right, before it neutralized and balanced out. But I had this thought, like, come in my morning meditation, like, I'm wondering now, and there's gonna be people, like, some of you guys are a little bit further on your journey than I am, right? And some of you are a little bit behind me on your journey than I am. And we're all kind of experiencing the same spiritual lessons at the same time, but it's like different processes, different steps in our journey. Everybody's journey is going to be a little bit different, right? But it's like I've noticed that there's this energy, like we come in, we have these cycles, right? And we come into reunion during certain times. And it does feel like it is to just balance those energies out, like neutralize those energies out. And it's interesting to me because I'm wondering now, um, especially like in my own journey, if there's something that we do when the masculine and the feminine energies come together. Thank you, Diana. When they come together, where it's like it's almost like a boost, like a reboost. So since I started PLR, right, like I definitely have had a few burnouts, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but like live streaming and social media is hard work. But so I feel like I've had like 3 pretty big moments where I just kind of shut down, and I was like, I can't do this right now. And I feel like in those 3 times, there was connection or reconnection. And in those times, especially the last time, it was like I kind of knew that it was just to balance the energies out. Miss L says, yes, a boost. Absolutely, right? Like it gives us this little bit of one, we get all the confirmations, but it's like an energetic boost. It's like a recharge. Oh my gosh, I feel like that's even a better word, right? Like a recharge of our energies. And it's like we get sent back out there to do more work, right? But there's something different about this last one. There's something different about it in a way that, one, masculine energies are awakening like in masses, right? I mean, the whole world is awakening at this point. How interesting, right? Remember when we were awakening, we were the only ones. But now it's like trending. Now it's cool to be woke, right? I don't know about you guys. I still don't know if it's necessarily cool. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But yeah, I'm just wondering, like, now is it these cycles where we just come together just to neutralize that energy, just to balance that energy out, just to reboost our energy so that we can go further ahead in our journey and continue shining our light and doing the things that we do, right? So yeah, that's just something that came to me today. So if you guys like are a little bit ahead of me on your journey, you're going to know, because you're going to have cycles. I think this was my first one, but it's like you're going to have repeated cycles of this. You're going to see that, yes, every so often, I don't know, every few months, every few years, I don't know. Mine was 3 years, so it's pretty specific. It's like every so often you have to come together and just kind of like reboost this energy, right? I mean, you gotta just let me know because I feel like I'm kind of onto something there. And then I feel like the reason I brought that up though is because it really kind of confirms my theory of it's about the purpose, right? And not the person. I'm not saying that the person isn't important. Of course, the person is important. And I do know just from my own experience studying all of your guys' journeys that they also experience the things too, right? So it's like we're all kind of just healing, learning, growing, ascending, right? But here's something that I'm noticing with masculine energy just in the last couple of days. It came up in Tim's reading, I want to say yesterday, last night, and the live. Tim's our new moderator, and he is a masculine energy. We definitely needed some more masculine energies over here at PLR. We have a strong divine feminine following, which I love all of you guys very much. But it's nice to get both sides of the situation. But there's this energy of like wanting to go somewhere or wanting to do something or feeling maybe like they're feeling drawn, um, pulled to go somewhere. So divine feminine, I would say think back when you first had your awakening process and you had that pull, that calling, that like I need to go. There's something I'm supposed to be doing, right? I'm definitely kind of picking this energy up for masculine energy. I want to say it came up in one of the collective readings, and then it came up when we started doing like the personal readings at the end. Guys, I did post the astrology for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. So if you've missed that, you can go check that out under the live tab on my YouTube page. I'll get it out. But yeah, definitely this energy of like I need to go do something. It could be the calling. I honestly, I'm on this journey too. So it's like we're in this boat. I can't come out here and be like, oh, I know all the answers. No, I'm just figuring it out too. And like I said, some of you guys are a little bit ahead of me on the journey, and some of you are a little bit. Is that what it is? I'm not seeing none of them. I see no comments, but I'm getting a notification from Facebook. If you could help me out of it. Facebook, I love you guys. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I can't see none of the comments. But yeah, I can tell we're blowing up because it's totally going crazy on there. I'm totally trying not to be nervous. All right. So anyway, masculine energy, feeling the calling is what I think it is, or like feeling the pull. Remember, masculine energy's calling is going to be different than your calling, like feminine energy's calling. So feminine energy's callings are going to be to like, heal, teach, we're healers, light workers, right? We're transmuting energies. For masculine energies, I think it's more hands-on type of situation. They heal hands-on, they teach hands-on. And when I'm saying teaching, I don't mean like a teacher in a classroom, God bless all of them. It's more like you're in the people that are in your life. It's like you're teaching them by example, something you do, right? So it's that kind of energy. And then I also feel too, have you guys noticed all the masculine energy is like starting to read tarot? What is up with that? I'm seeing some really like, there's some pretty handsome looking dudes like out here reading tarot. I'm like, what? I'm so shocked. I used to make jokes about how, with my counterpart, with the person that like, catapulted my awakening, I didn't feel like, they have a purpose and I have a purpose. And I didn't feel like their purpose was my purpose. Like he's not going to sit here, we're not going to read tarot to you guys, right? But it's really interesting to me how the masculine energies are really kind of accepting the awakening process, and they're accepting the abilities, right? So that's pretty interesting. Last night, in last night's live where we talked about the astrology, I shared our Divine Master Tim's poem that he had wrote like 3 years back, and he shared it with me. And it was about his journey. And I just thought, wow, like we just got an inside view, right, to Divine Masculine and what that feels like. I know that a lot of you guys don't have contacts. This journey is so different for so many people. Like I had a specific situation that lasted like 8 years, and that cycle has closed out, and now a new cycle of who knows what is starting. But it's like some of you, it was like just a moment in time where you just saw someone and it's like bam, your soul woke you up, and it was enough to jar you awake, and then they go on their journey and you go on your journey. You see what I mean? I'm slow. For me, it definitely took a long time. I mean, I noticed all the things, but I definitely I had the rug, you know what I mean? I just kept sweeping it all under the rug, and I was like, oh no, none of that's true. And it just took a long time for me to start to realize, like, the purpose, the reason. Feminine energy is pushing forward. Our motto is definitely keep pushing, right? That's something that is very, like, I don't know, it's really generic, I know, but it's really important in my own journey. You'll notice that with the ones on this specific spiritual journey, where the masculine and the feminine are incarnated here in this lifetime, and they meet each other and catapult their awakening. You'll notice that, like, um, I totally lost it. The numbers are freaking me out. But I just feel like we're more, we're each other's like cheerleader, each other's supporter, encourager. We inspire the other, right? Masculine, feminine, feminine, masculine. And it doesn't matter. I want to say too, it doesn't matter like if you're male or female. That has nothing to do with it whatsoever. And I think it's important that we say that more often. But feminine energy is definitely the keep pushing, right? But they're in this energy where we're trying to not allow the self-doubt to creep in, right? This also is calm yourself. I'm trying, right? It's just weird. It's freaking me out. But it's like we're trying not to let the self-doubt creep in, because we are trying to show our faith. We're trying to step into our power. So it's like we're trying to do all these things where self-doubt just doesn't really have a role or have a position or place or spot, right? So it's like this energy of we have to keep pushing, even though we can feel something like trying to catch us, right? But I definitely feel like for Divine Feminine, if you feel that energy, I want you to know that you're ahead. Like you're way more ahead than you think you are. I got several of those confirmations just today. It was like there was lots of things that I thought, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that. I was like, no, you're way more ahead than you actually think you are. So I just want to say, if you're Divine Feminine, good job not letting the self-doubt creep in. Pat yourselves on the back. But also, if you're a Divine Feminine, I feel like I always have a lot of compassion for the masculine energy, and I always kind of harder on the feminine energies. It's because I'm the feminine energy, and it's because I'm really hard on myself, right? It's not because I don't like you or I don't love you. I love all of you abundantly, right? Unconditionally. But it's definitely because I can feel both energies. I can feel and have empathy and compassion for the masculine. And you guys can actually, if you're on this journey with me, can feel both energies too. But you may think at times that they're actually all your energy. I think that's one of the biggest things with Divine Feminine energy, and why we have so much self-doubt is because we don't realize like whose energy is whose, right? And it's like once you start to understand that, or at least once you start to learn, for me, it's like learn to protect my energy. Then, and when I say protect my energy, I mean everything, like even my empathy. I went into Walmart today. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I went into Walmart today without getting nervous, without having anything. I made a comment to my friend that there was a person there having like a medical issue, and Rosa yesterday would have felt that person's medical issue and would have had to breathe and work through whatever their medical issue, and then would have thought, oh, is that my medical issue? Like, you see what I'm saying? So I did notice that's a big thing that's happened, and I noticed it all day, like everywhere I went. And it's not like there's a disconnect, because if I want to feel something, I can. So there's definitely this energy of like, when you're really strong, Divine Feminine, you're powerful, You're doing the work, keep pushing, definitely, but also just pat yourself on the back for the amazing job that you're doing. Divine Masculine is just now awakening. Have they been helping and working and doing all the things all along? Yes, because we do it whether we know, whether we're woke or not, right? Um, but it's like, is it going to be stronger now? I think so, yes. But it's like you've been doing it this whole time. And I know that for many of you that are on this journey, you're going to know what I'm saying here because you've heard it. You probably heard it at the very beginning of your awakening, that when you awaken, when you heal, when you put the work into replenishing your cup, it sends out that ripple effect, right? And that ripple effect does reach the counterpart and it does help them awaken and align. And I honestly, genuinely, again, just from my own experience, believe that wholeheartedly. So again, just keep pushing and keep doing all the beautiful things that you've already been doing, right? Um, I did put that all energies could feel like this slight feeling of hopelessness. I really don't like using that word, but it's almost like we're grieving something. It's the old cycle that has ended, right? It's like we're grieving that cycle. Thank you, Miss L. I just look at your picture, and I swear your picture just calm down. So yeah, if you're feeling this feeling of hopelessness or like something may not happen, one, just open yourself up to receive and align to whatever is supposed to come towards you, right? But two, understand it's not, it could be a grieving process. It could be grief that you're actually experiencing and not hopelessness. And I know some of you are going to be like, well, what's the difference? A grieving process is a step process that you will come out of. A hopelessness process is like you've lost hope and you won't regain hope, right? We've not lost hope, and it's not that we can't regain hope, but we're definitely grieving like the old cycle, the old way that things used to be. And that old cycle that I keep talking about was definitely, I don't know, tell me if you guys think it's different, but a karmic cycle, right? Like a karmic cycle. In that old cycle, I broke away from a 20-year karmic marriage. I broke away from karmic friendships. I broke away from karmic jobs. I'm just saying, like, so definitely some closure there. It's interesting to me that masculine energy is awakening, and a lot of masculine energy is still dealing with karmic energies, but they're starting to break away from those energies. They're starting to break away from a job that doesn't serve them or doesn't appreciate them. They're starting to demand better pay and better things. Now, is the economy and the world actually listening to them? I don't necessarily know. And I feel like that's why divine masculine is so frustrated. Have you guys noticed in your divine masculine energies, like it's not even just frustration, because that's kind of normal for divine masculine energies, right? But it's like there's a sadness. There's like this, there's probably heart chakra awakening is what it is, but it's like they're more in touch with their feelings than I think like ever before. Let's see. The hopelessness. I want to make sure we realize, I think it's grieving, but I also want to say too, like if you're still feeling like, if you're hearing me and you're like, no, I think it's just hopeless, Rosa, I'm not grieving, I grieved a long time ago. If you think that, then my question to you would be, how many more confirmations do you need? Like how many more would the number be for you to like scratch that off your list and be like, okay, I can move forward now? I don't need any more. I'm there. I'm totally good. No more confirmations for Rosa, right? All right, guys, let's do the collective reading. I know that was a lot of jibber jabber. It's almost 30 minutes from Mercy. But it just felt like really called, really important that we really discuss those energies at the beginning, just so everyone can kind of see like which ones they're feeling, what's coming up for them. And really, for those of you that are on this journey with me, it's so that you don't feel like, the whole point is so you realize like, hey, there's Rosa and she's a real person and all this crap is happening to her too, right? It's definitely that energy. Excuse me. All right, so I pulled out romance angels real quick, 3 cards. Let's look at divine masculine, divine feminine, and then I will pull out the bridging energy. Remember, the bridging energy is the current spiritual lesson that you're both learning at this time. It can be with different people in different places, of course, but it is the same lesson at the same time. All right, so we have religious factors coming out for masculine. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. There is something about the upbringing. It's about the spiritual beliefs. I don't think it's even spiritual beliefs. I don't think this masculine's like family, maybe like lineage. Like, I'm not sensing a lot of spiritual people in this masculine's like background history. But there is something about the upbringing that's sticking out to me. It's like there's something that divine feminine offers divine masculine that maybe was never experienced before. There could be this, so it could be like, it's not like, okay, so let's say I'm divine masculine. It's not like I don't believe in this spiritual journey. I just don't believe that someone could love me with no expectations, right? Like, that's kind of the energy. How many of you feel like, I feel like it's pretty easy. I feel like divine masculines, it's like everyone wants to feel needed, but there's like this energy of, for masculines, it's like, it's a, I don't know, it's almost like a must, right? Like they must feel needed. Like it has to be that way. All right, feminine energy. Wedding is here. It's the second time this has come out for feminine energy. Who's getting married? What? But it says this situation involves a marriage. All right, and let's pull out bridging energy. So a divine feminine, you could, I'm not sensing like third party karmic. We're so past all that. But you could definitely be manifesting soulmate. And we've been talking about that a lot, right? All right, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. All right, so I gotta talk about it. Okay, so if you're divine feminine and you've been on this journey with me for like the last 7 years, right? Most of us, like, our awakening happened around 2015, 2016. Okay, so if you resonate with this energy, and you follow me, then it's like you are, stop messing with me. You are most likely manifesting soulmate energy. You get to a point in this journey where you're like, yeah, I can heal. Yes, I can manifest. Yes, I can follow my intuition. Yes, I can follow my purpose. Yes, I can do all these things. But what's the point of me doing this on my own? I can't figure that part out. And I know you're going to see like other twin readers in there, like, they're off on their own. They're doing things on their own. And I totally get that. But I just don't understand, like, why spirit would say, oh, you're supposed to be born, come down here and only love this one person unconditionally for the rest of your life, and that's it. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. I do feel like we only have one twin, right? I talk about that all the time. You have several karmics. Karmics are those challenging relationships that, difficult life lessons. But soulmates, you have lots of soulmates. Should you be in whatever types of relationships with a whole bunch of people? I don't know. That's up to you. But I feel like I'm definitely manifesting long-term soulmate. Like, that's my goal. That's what I'm doing. That's what my focus is. And the way I'm doing it is I'm healing myself. That's it. I'm just pouring into my own cup, replenishing myself, because that's aligning me with everything that is supposed to be for me. Remember, what's meant for you cannot pass you. So as long as I'm focused on me and I'm healing me, then whatever is meant for me cannot pass me, right? For masculine energy, I was going to say this earlier. It's like when feminine energy first started the journey, codependency was our thing, right? Like, codependency was a big issue. And it may still be a big issue. Like it's definitely one of our challenges for divine feminine. But I feel like at least we acknowledge it and we're working on it now, right? But if you've noticed, if you're on this journey with me, you've noticed that it has swapped. It has swapped. Your feminine energy is now not as codependent, if codependent at all. Some of you guys are pretty powerful, and you get through your blockages, in a pretty powerful way. I'm kind of normal. I feel like I have to take little bits and pieces. Like, I'm working on the codependency in big ways, but it's like a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit here, and eventually I'll get there, right? It's kind of like when I quit smoking my cigarettes. Guys, I had a veggie omelet today. I want to be done with the meat. Is that weird? But yeah, it's like, again, like if someone had stopped me, 3 years ago and be like, you're gonna have spiritual awakening, you're gonna need a new job, you're gonna need all new friends, and you're gonna, new relationships, and you're gonna stop smoking cigarettes, and you're gonna stop drinking, and you're gonna stop wanting to eat steaks. I'd have been like, BS, you know what I mean? But now it's like, oh wow, really? Like I can totally see that. So yeah, just open mind, guys. But the codependency, I do feel like has swapped. It's more now on the masculine side. And it doesn't mean that like masculine energy is like running out going, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with myself because whatever. No, not at all. But there's definitely more of like a longing, more of a reminiscing, more of a shoulda, woulda, coulda, coming from the masculine side and not necessarily so much from the feminine side. Because I feel like feminine has ascended so much, it's like you now realize it's the purpose, right? It's the purpose. And it's like as soon as you realize that, it's just this aha moment and everything starts to align, right? All right, guys, so that's current energies. I know that one took a really long time, but it's just enough time for my tea to cool down. Guys, I found the chamomile tea. I cannot express to you guys how much I like the chamomile tea. All right, let's get to the fire signs. Ready? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I did pull out magical times. This is what we're going to use for energy of the week. I've also pulled out the current energy cards that we all know and love for the main spread. And then I pulled out the Power of Love activation that was actually gifted to me by Miss L, who's with us tonight. We're going to use those for guidance. And then, of course, we'll close it out with the Moonology Oracle, just like always. All right. Let me do one thing just really quickly before we get started. All right, I'm sorry. I'm in Kentucky, y'all. It's so hot here. If I don't have this fan like literally right in front of me, I might melt like on camera. Did you ladies see Spencer? Is he back there? I left the door open so he could come back and forth. Oh, I didn't time the collective. All right, let's do Aries. Let's do 3430. So Aries, this is for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. We're not going to talk about the astrology because we did that already. That video is posted under the live tab under my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. So Aries, let's see, we have blue moon energy, and I feel like that's really going to be the biggest energy for the week that we're looking at. Healing comes out for Aries. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit grant us strength and wisdom and guide us to the path of wellness. I was just talking about that, right? Like I've quit smoking. Partnership is on the bottom. Learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together, and touch each other's hearts while life lasts. Partnership. And Aries, do you see the wedding ring? All right. Aries. Do you feel like things are going too fast? That's so weird. I feel like Aries likes fast. Like Aries wants things to go quicker. But you can see like, and I don't know if you can see it because the light is such a not my friend. But it's like she's underneath the horses, they're unicorns. And it's almost like they're moving really quickly, but they're protecting her. Aries. So I'm an Aries. I have the Aries all in my chart. My sun is Aries. My Mercury is Aries. What else is Aries? There's a lot in Aries. Mars is in Aries. Mars likes it in Aries. So it just makes me I don't know. I feel like some people think I'm mean. But I'm getting this energy where your health is important to you this week. I recently just went through like a scary health situation, right? And definitely had to go to the doctor and have like all the checkups and all the tests, do all the things, please. Did it twice just to make sure. So I would say, Aries, if you're feeling like you're concerned about things, of course, always go to the doctor. But I would say like this is more about you taking like this proactive, like for me, quitting smoking was a pretty big deal. My mom died of lung cancer when she was 52. So I don't know. And now like the yoga and the Pilates, and now like did you hear me say I ate a vegetable omelet? Yeah, it's like we're doing all the things to take better care of ourselves. I don't necessarily I feel like whatever it is you've already started the healing process. All right. I like how it says, guide us to the path of wellness. Aries, I kind of feel like this week, I almost said something about it too, because sometimes I want to name like whatever the live is going to be about. But I kind of got this energy like this week, like the path gets lit up, right? Like the path that we're headed down gets lit up for us. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle. Look at that, healer of the ages. Big confirmation and 2 different oracles. Okay, so it's coming under challenge or obstacle. Let's look at lesson learned. We have cornucopia, 11, and then caring connection. Okay, so it's coming out pretty clear. I feel like I don't really, blossoming abundance is on the bottom. Aries, if you're following me, you're on a very specific spiritual awakening journey. That very specific spiritual awakening journey. I don't know how to say it without sounding like arrogant. I'm sure everyone's protected in whatever way that they're protected, but I know that if you're a twin and you're on this planet in this lifetime right now in this timeline, you're so highly protected. You're so highly protected. And you know this already. Like you've had several confirmations that you're highly protected. All right, Aries. Healing. Bless all in need of healing, hope, and love. Spirit grant us strength and wisdom and guide us to the path of wellness. So I decided to use the Modern Witches Tarot. We have 7 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. You've gotten some sort of new opportunity. I feel like it's like a second chance at something. The 7 of Wands is about healthy boundaries, protecting yourself. The 3 of Swords is definitely the healing. So for me, Aries, I have felt like the Venus retrograde, I definitely blamed it on Venus retrograde. Excuse me. Like called me to pull myself away from just about everyone and really just spend some time with me. So Aries, most likely you're kind of going through that same energy, and you could be struggling with like who to let in and who not to let in, right? Everything is fine card comes out. The everything is fine card is just like the 10 of Swords. And there's 10 total. It says 10 total. I think that's YouTube. So it's like everything is fine says that 10 of Swords says that there's a completion to a painful life cycle. The everything is fine card says you're not able to complete a process. You're not bringing something to closure. This could definitely be slowing you up from a healing process. Especially if it's like emotional healing process, especially if like you continue to hold on to something or allow something into your like environment. Right now, I feel like it's really important that we're very protective of our energies. We're very choosy and picky on who's allowed to be in our energies, who we're going to exchange energies with. For those of you that do have this 3D counterpart, we're Mercury retrograde. I mean, come on. So it's like, of course, it's very possible that this energy could return. And then you have to ask yourself, is that energy that's returning healed? Is that energy that's returning healed? And can it be better now? Or is it just going to be something, more like tragic, just like the last time, right? All right, Aries, healer of the ages. We have 7 of Cups. You have new options now, new choices. Queen of Cups comes out, unconditional love, and 7 of Pentacles. So this is definitely about like you investing in yourself, Aries. This is about you filling your own cup. You could have more than one cup that needs to be filled. But it's also about being patient. This is not something that's going to heal or just be completely done overnight. Like for me, it's a lifestyle change. It's like, I don't sit in the smoking section anymore, right? And I'm not talking crap about the smokers. Like I miss you guys. But I don't miss the smell, and I don't miss like the coughing and the hacking and the idea that I may die at 52. You know what I mean? I don't miss any of that. But I feel like you're definitely planting some seeds, Aries, or seeds have been planted. But it's going to be about like find new options and show yourself some love. That's the challenge or obstacle for you. All right, Knight of Pentacles flies out with Cornucopia. Cornucopia is number 11. It is one of my twin flame clue cards in the Energy Oracle. And Knight of Pentacles is the card that talks about slow moving energy. It's lifetime after lifetime energy. Again, it's this energy of like it's not going to happen overnight. The Empress also comes out, so I could be talking to Divine Feminine. For some of you, this healing is your abundance. Like I know it is for me. I know that like when I went through, look at that Ace of Pentacles coming out. It's like I know when I went through that issue at the beginning of this month when I took the downtime, it was like it's almost like it was like the end of my anxiety. I don't know. And it was almost like it was easy to step into the Empress energy because there was no longer any fear. And it definitely like gave me this new start. We've been on camera how many times now since that happened? So it's like, yeah, it totally like took away the blockage that I had. And you're like, well, how did that happen? It was like I had to experience it one more time. I had to experience it, I guess, one more time so that I could breathe through it, probably, right? But it was like just so I could understand, I could use my powers, I could use, like, implement the spiritual abilities that I've learned or spiritual lessons that I've learned, right? And step into that Empress energy. And I do feel like it did give me this new beginning. This could be something that's happening right now. We talked about this a little bit at the beginning, Aries, because I did a collective reading. So if you didn't watch that part, I definitely recommend it. But I talked about the twins on the journey, and I talked about how I felt like, is it possible that after a while, reunion is for neutralizing of those energies, right? Balancing out of those energies, like an energetic boost to start the next cycle. All right, caring connection, again, another twin clue card. Caring connection, really specific. It's number 14. 1 and 4 is 5, so there could be like a change in this connection, and I do feel that. This is going to be the outcome, but the caring connection says that you're in a connection that could have started out innocent, harmless. It could have been definitely like friends first. And it's like something is happening that you're not accepting. I mean, it's not that you're not accepting it. I hope you're accepting it, Aries. But it's like you're not seeing it. You're not realizing that it's happening. And I think, Aries, it has something to do with your healing journey. It's like you're going through this healing journey. Maybe as you're going through this healing journey, like there's someone close to you that's like finding you, I don't know, newly attractive or like newly a match, and maybe they didn't see it before. So we have 5 of Cups coming out. That's really interesting card because 5 of Cups talks about loss. We have the World coming out. So it's like that's the past, right? There's closure. The Lovers. Wow. It is big clue card, right? The Lovers. It is Gemini energy. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini or Cancer. But it's like the tragedy is done. The sadness is done. The grieving is done. It's come to a completion. That cycle is finished. You're definitely on a new cycle. For some of you, Aries, this is your counterpart. If I'm talking to Divine Feminine, this is your Divine Masculine. For some of you, Aries, this is you making the decision. See, the lovers are such a fairy tale story about the lovers, and it's like, oh, they're just these two people and they're happily naked together forever and ever. No, not really. Actually, the lovers talks about the difficult decisions that we have to make every single day. And a lot of times those decisions have to do with loving ourselves. But there's definitely this energy of like the old painful situation with love is come to a completion. And it's like now this new situation is here. And I did say this was another clue card for the twin journey. So for a lot of you, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to, this is your counterpart. But again, for a lot of you, this could be the manifestation of that forever soulmate that we were talking about at the beginning of the live, right? Aries, massive healing. Ace of Swords, new communication, new understanding, new clarity. It's almost like you see why you had to make a certain difficult decision. All right, let's look at Power of Love for guidance for Aries. Release is here. Guys, Etsy shop for private readings. Aries, you have the release card. So definitely releasing an old way of doing something. Definitely a cycle closing out, right? It says you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. Aries, you're holding on to something because you feel like there could be like guilt, like um, you don't want to be the bad guy, right? It's like you don't want to abandon someone. You don't want to leave someone in the dust. You don't want to whatever. But it's like you're not really doing that, Aries. You're aligning yourself with what's meant to be yours right now in this time. And when you're releasing something, you're releasing it with unconditional love back to the universe. And the universe is going to align that energy with wherever that energy is supposed to be at this time. You see what I mean? So there's definitely this energy areas where I feel like you feel guilty about something. There's nothing to feel guilty about. Integrity is on the bottom. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul and manifest love with your every situation. All right, let's do the Moonology Oracle to close it out for Aries. Aries, this is going to help you with your thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions. Confidence is your key to success. It's new moon in Leo. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. I definitely pick this up, this energy up there. Do one more. And does that mean like you're going to meet a new person, Aries? I mean, I don't know, maybe if you're single, most likely, right? If you're already in a relationship, a new romantic cycle could be like newfound hope, right? A rekindling for sure. I do see the scales with new moon in Libra. So it's like there's something being balanced out. Something is being made fair. A lot of times with Libra energy, it's like there was an injustice. Something wasn't fair. It wasn't right. Something was taken, stolen. And it's like now that's being made right again. You're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, please tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys, and we'll move on to Leo. Alicia on Facebook. I feel like you already know the answer to that question. You already know the answer to that question because otherwise you wouldn't be asking me the question. You would just go marry the person, right? Yes. Yeah. I love you. All right, guys. I'm almost ready for Leo. It's Blue Moon Week. I feel like I didn't really get a whole lot for Aries. Like it's weird, right? Thank you. It's Blue Moon energy. I just know. It's because it's gonna be like a surprise, right? All right, let's do 5444. Leo, 5444. All right, Leo, this is for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. Leo, mark your calendar. September 2nd is going to be a good day. I don't know what that means. All right. Mine is September 3rd. Venus retrograde is going to be over September 3rd. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. But yeah, Leo, I heard when I was telling the dates, I heard September 2nd for Leo. So that means something's happening, something good, right? You're waiting for something. So that's when it's coming, September 2nd. All right, so magical times, energy of the week for Leo. Leo, manifestation comes out. Your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. Leo, what are you manifesting? Because it is strong, powerful. Gratitude, that's how you manifested it. So gratitude is, you're just the best way to start manifesting when you feel like you're stuck or you're not able to manifest. And guys, manifesting isn't supposed to be about like magic tricks, right? It's not about it's supposed to be about manifesting the life that you want, the reality that you want to live in. I think that's what Leo is doing. It's pretty big, but it's like you start doing that by being grateful for everything that's around you right now. Like that's how you get more. I think you either already started doing that or you get a big lesson in manifestation this week. I got a big lesson in manifestation on Saturday. But it's like you get a big lesson in manifestation. Something comes in. Like, let's say you're trying to manifest, and then you finally are like, man, I don't think this thing is coming. I've been trying to manifest this thing for a long time. So, you know what? I'm just happy that I'm here where I'm at. I don't even need that thing. Bam. That's when the thing comes in, right? Gratitude. All right. Let's do patience is where I split it, and blossoming abundance. Have mercy, Leo. Leo, don't forget your tip. Don't forget to tip your reader, right? When the abundance comes pouring in. All right, Leo, let's see. Challenge your obstacle with your manifestation. 1, you're not remembering your dreams. Leo, set intentions to remember your dreams before you go to bed. Have a dream journal. Have a dream journal. Have a dream journal. Where's my dream journal? It's my dream journal, Leo. So I made this dream journal, asks you very specific questions, and helps you figure out your dreams, interpret your dreams. Of course, you can order my dream journal. The links are going to always be in the description box. But if you don't want to order my dream journal, I don't know why, you could just grab a pen and paper, and those first 5 minutes, Leo, the first 5 minutes when you first wake up, write anything that comes to you, write anything down, because there could definitely be some messages that are coming to you in your dreams. And it's going to have something to do with what it is that you're trying to manifest. I don't think it's something like it's going to stop you from being able to manifest it. But yeah, it's like it's coming to you in your dreams. All right, challenge or obstacle the thinking man. You're trying to figure something out. And the thinking man's a little bit more specific than that. It says that you have something of great value and you haven't figured out what you're supposed to do with it just yet. It does say that someone comes into your environment and teaches you about what that thing is. All right, Leo, let's see. Lesson learned that can help you. We have strategy, journal. Look, it even says journal on there. at my journal. But yeah, you definitely need to write something down. It's very possible I'm talking to a Leo and you already journal. If that's the case, then whatever it is that you're trying to figure out, like something of great value, or you're trying to manifest something of great value, you already have the information you need in your journal. If you don't journal, start journaling, right? But this could have something to do with, what's it called? Miss L, no. When you start writing, automatic writing, automatic writing. So I just hit my cover, sorry. But it's like, there could be something, someone could be manifesting. There's something about your dreams that need to be wrote down. And there's something that could come to you to help you figure out this thing that you have of value. Most likely this is going to be like a spiritual ability. But it's going to, and that could be the ability. You're writing it down. That could be the ability, like automatic writing, Leo. Try it. Just try it before you knock it. All right. The feather, of course, the feather is sticking out to me on the feather pen, is sticking out to me on the journal log. All right, outcome, Leo, door to romance. What are you manifesting? All right. Excuse me. I thought it was money. I seen like the crystal, like the gem, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be like value, money. But it may not be money. It may be an opportunity to unlock this heart. And it's number 33. We all know it's my favorite. Storm warning. Did I pick them up upside down? No, I did not. Look, I want to show you how all these cards, look, all of them are this way, except for storm warning, which is on the bottom, which was in reverse. Storm warning is like the tower. And when the tower comes out, it means that Spirit's stepping in and removing an obstacle. When the storm warning card talks about like the storm had to come through to clear your path, but it's in reverse. I don't know what you're doing, Leo. I'm going to have to pull some tarot. Arisha on Facebook is from Pakistan. My sister is from Pakistan. Or my sister is Pakistani. Her dad is from Pakistan. Same country as her sister. Yes, I love it. All right, Six of Wands comes out. Leo, whatever it is you're manifesting, it's here. This is it. And I can't tell if you're manifesting love or if you're manifesting an opportunity to open the cage. I do feel you have your heart locked away. And there's this energy of like, I need to keep myself protected. Three of Pentacles, teamwork. It could be a team or work environment. And Two of Cups, a partnership. You could just be manifesting a partnership. This may not necessarily be like a love relationship. That could be like why the heart is locked away. But it's like this energy of getting noticed, notoriety. I do see the Pentacles and Three of Pentacles, and I did kind of get this energy, Leo, like it had something to do with work, like it had something to do with like maybe raises, bonuses, some type of like moving up the ladder, growth. But then we've seen door to romance, and now I'm wondering, is Two of Cups soulmate energy? Is it a soulmate energy? Two of Cups is two givers. I give to you, you give to me. We grow. How's it go? I water you, you water me, we grow together, right? Seven of Cups. There is confusion about something that you have that is of great value. Three of Cups again. There's a lot of threes, Leo. And Queen of Swords. So Three of Cups is soul, tribe. It could be talking about gathering a soul sister, soul family, soul tribe, definitely. But I'm getting like there is confusion as to like who is what I'm picking up. Queen of Swords is here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Queen of Swords is like someone who's not very... I heard another tarot reader today say that for her, the karmic was the Queen of Wands. Well, I'm an Aries, so I'm like, yeah, no, right? Queen of Wands is badass. I love her. I love the Queen of Swords too, but the Queen of Swords, like, you see how her hand is like always just slightly out, like just a little. That's to represent how much compassion she has. So it's like, I only have this much compassion. Now, before we all start judging and beating down the Queen of Swords, she's had to fight her way here. So it's like she's had to protect all of her energies and do everything that she's had to do to become this victorious queen that sits on this throne. And so the way she did that was she had boundaries. She built walls and boundaries, and she was like, you can't come into my boundary unless you can align with me, right? So not necessarily anything wrong with Queen of Swords, but there is this energy of like, the way someone speaks to you, Leo, the way someone communicates with you, it's like minimal compassion. Like I can only offer this little bit, right? All right, strategy coming out. I do see the journal log. I do feel like there's messages coming in your dreams. I would definitely recommend journaling. I definitely recommend purchasing my dream journal in the description box there. But if you can't get to it that quickly, just grab a pen and paper. And if you feel like you're not remembering your dreams, Leo, write down those first 5 minutes of your day. The Lovers comes out. I could be talking, of course, you're going to be on the twin journey. Page of Pentacles is here. This is like a new opportunity, a new start. And Queen of Pentacles is here, new resources. And it could be about like learning to become your own resource. That is what this journey does, right? All right, door to romance. I have 8 of Wands. So sudden changes, quick information. The Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Chariot, Cancer energy. 10 of Wands is on the bottom. So whatever this energy is, it's like it brings a completion to a stressful time. 10 of Wands is like heavy burdens on your shoulders. It's like, this is too much weight. I'm trying to climb this mountain. I can't go with all this luggage, right? Ooh, for some of you Leos, this is luggage, right? But with the 2 major arcanas coming out, you have, of course, the Lovers here too. But the Devil and the Chariot coming out with the 8 of Wands. It's like there's going to be some sudden changes. These are going to be, 8 of Wands is like minor arcana. These are major arcana. So major arcana is like divinely fated energies, right? So it's like the quick information that comes in could have something to do with a Capricorn, but it could have something to do with like breaking away from the toxicity. This could have something to do with like codependency, maybe being attached to some, there could be third party here. Like there's enough threes here that it has me wondering if there's like a third party situation. The Chariot is here. The Chariot is about following the rules, and it's also like the ride or die partner. This is about having a victory in a situation. I feel like you could have some sudden changes in an energy that you have felt tied down to. Like maybe, let's say this is a work situation, Leo, and let's say like you have this position at your work, and you've been trying to, I don't know, go up the ladder, get a different position, and it's like, I can't get up this ladder because so-and-so won't retire and they have that position, right? And that job's not going to be open until that person retires. Maybe it could definitely be something like that, where it's like, you know what, I'm not going to sit here and stop my forward progress because I'm waiting for someone else to do something. I'm going to break away from those toxic energies, and I'm going to go off, be victorious, and do something on my own. Maybe it's something completely different. I don't know, because it's like picking a lane. It's black or white. There's no gray area with the Chariot. It's like you have to go this way or you have to go that way. So maybe you were going this way, Leo, and you're like, you know what, I'm tired of waiting for this. I'm going to go this way. It's got a much faster route. I don't know, something like that. For those of you that this is a relationship or there's third party involvements, this is like an energy where you realize that you have this newfound your ride or die partner, right? It's like you have this new, I don't want to say like like it's not even like you're not inspired. I mean, you could be inspired, but it's like, I don't know, like this new hope to start something over again, rekindling. And I feel like that can kind of, I feel like did that energy come out for Aries? I feel like it kind of did come out for Aries. But you are victorious. The Chariot says you're already victorious. So whatever this energy was, it's like you're already won the victory over it. The Chariot talks about when you're riding back in to tell everyone about your victory, right? Okay, Leo. Let's do some guidance. I am going to use Power of Love activation. So we have gratitude coming out, and it says you fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. And you have discernment, which you definitely need because you do have a Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups does talk about confusion. Again, it's like you have this thing, it is of great value, but you're not quite sure like what it is, right? So discernment says you are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Love from fear and truth from illusion. Leo, priorities was on the bottom. Priorities was on the bottom. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. This could be Moonology Oracle. This is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. You have adjustments. Adjustments are required, and a personal issue reaches a resolution, and that is full moon in Cancer. The Chariot, strong Cancer energy. All right, Leo, that's it. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please tap that like button for me. Guys, I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then we have Sagittarius next. This one's mine. This is my journal. Been having some really weird ones, so yeah. All right, Sagittarius. I've been having dreams that I guess could only be explained as 5D dreams, right? Arisha, that's very kind. Thank you. All right, let's do 11330 for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is going to be for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. I'm glad we made it over the hour. I know I talk a lot anyway. But Patrick, my oldest son, was just trying to help me with the watch time thing. And he was like, you need to have longer lives. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, there's people that they have lives that are like 7 hours long. And I'm like, I can't stream for 7 hours. I can't read tarot for 7 hours. But yeah, he was telling me I need to have longer ones. I'm like, if we make it over an hour, like that's, to me, that's a good one, right? Hello, bad dish. All right, Sagittarius, energy of the week. I am using magical times. Again, not picking up a whole lot. Normally I get a pretty good channel message before we start, but I do feel it's blue moon energy. It's like, surprise. All right, energy of the week. Love card, but it was trying to like not, I don't know, it was like trying to come out of my hand. Listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,000 reasons to love. I feel like you may be going after something that makes you happy, but you may also be realizing that there are 1,000,000 reasons to love, right? But I think it's to embrace what makes you happy. Something's happened, Sagittarius, and it's like you're gonna go after the things that make you happy. I've been talking about that a lot here at PLR. It's like I recently realized when this Venus retrograde happened and I had to like come and go. Jasmine on Facebook, Sag team, I love it. But it's like I had to come to this reprieve, right? I mean, I had to come to this, like, I call it my divine feminine Venus retrograde cave, and had to pull my energies back. I definitely had this moment in one of my like morning meditations where I felt like I'm here to learn how to go after what makes me happy. And I realized that I kind of had to be away from everyone so that I wasn't getting like what other people's thoughts or ideas of what they think happy is, put on me, right? Like I needed to find what's my own. So I got here and I spent like the first couple of weeks here and I was like, okay, so what makes me happy? Like what is it? Like, is there a button? Like, do I just push a button and then I'm happy and that's it? Like, what is it? And then I realized there's people that make me happy. There's places that make me happy. There's things that I like to do that make me happy. There's smells, there's foods, there's all these things that I like that make me happy. And I realized what making yourself happy means, Sagittarius, is going after those things that make you happy without caring what it looks like to someone else. Because to someone else, they're like, why are you doing that? Why do you think that makes you happy? You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't know. And here's another thing I'm gonna say, Sagittarius. You're gonna notice the people that want to like rain on your parade. You know what I mean? Like the people that want to be like, oh, that makes you happy. That's dumb. They're not happy. You know what I mean? Like the thing that they're doing isn't bringing them happiness. Like don't let those people tell you what you can and can't love, what you can and can't have. It just, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make sense to me, Sagittarius. On the bottom, confidence is here. Be bold, rise up, stand tall, feel the fire in your soul. All right, so energy oracle, we have that storm warning again, trying to come out. But again, in reverse, so it's like the storm has already happened. All right, challenge or obstacle. We have the thinking woman, which I just want to say the thinking man came out for Leo. So if you're dealing with a Leo Sagittarius, I would recommend watching that portion of the readings. And then it also came out, you have 47, but it also came out with woman holding a heart. So I feel like all three readings, I picked up third parties. All three readings, I picked up like this extra energy. And here's what I'm going to say about that. If it's a soulmate, yay for you, right? If it's a karmic, I hope we all learn whatever challenging lesson we need to learn and we're able to grow and move away from that energy. If it's a twin, I think you're learning about unconditional love, and I think you're learning what that means or what that entails, right? And I think it's the twin. All right, let's look at lesson learned. I just want to say that's the challenge or obstacle. The thinking woman and woman holding a heart is the challenge or obstacle. So it's like, you have this unconditional, abundant, I mean, look at this heart, love for this person. And there's only one. It's only one person. So if I'm talking to a Sagittarius and you have like multiple people on your mind, this reading ain't for you. If I'm talking to a Sagittarius and you have only one person on your mind, look at that number 44. I mean, I'm just saying, it's your twin, it's your counterpart. But suddenly, there's an indecision. Suddenly, and there's two cards coming out for each. So 47 and 44, the thinking woman holding a heart, coming out for challenge or obstacle, Sagittarius. And then over here for lesson learned, we have indecision and deceit coming out. Indecision says you're scared. You're stuck at this place where you're like, do I do something? Do I not do something? Deceit is here. I want to tell you about the deceit card a little bit, Sagittarius. There's actually two cards in this particular, the energy oracle. One of them is the hostilities card, and it says someone's being hostile towards you. They're doing it to your face. The deceit card says they're doing it behind your back. They're doing it behind your back. I think the reason the two cards are coming out is because one is what is happening, and the second is what you think is happening. So it's like the thinking woman, you're learning that you're on a very specific journey and what that journey entails. You're learning that it has to do with this unconditional love. You feel like this unconditional love, because it looks different than everybody else's, there's something wrong with it. And that's why it's in your challenges or obstacle. You feel like you're being deceitful because you have this unconditional love. Let me ask you something, Sagittarius. There are 1 million reasons to love. We're supposed to love everyone unconditionally. Everyone. You feel a different connection with this person that gives you whatever feeling makes you feel like you have to hide it, because this is your soul. It's your soul. And that's why it's different than any other person. It's your soul. And it's your soul coming and tapping on your shoulder and going, hey, Sagittarius, it's time to wake up. Like, we got shit to do. We got to go do these things, right? So there's nothing for you to feel bad about. There's no decision for you to make. There's nothing you have to choose. The only thing you're choosing is yourself. All right, let's do the outcome for Sagittarius. Might as well stick with the two because we got the two, right? Angel of Love is here. An angel of love says this angel comes down when unconditional love is needed, and the Tower comes out. And I flipped it upside right before we started Sagittarius reading. I think this reading is saying that you are fixing to learn this week. One, Sagittarius, it's the blue moon. There's 11 people on YouTube. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 across my screen. There's 3 likes on Facebook. I'm just saying the number synchronicities are going to be through the roof. It is the blue moon. This is the week that we're looking at. I think you're going to get massive confirmation. Yeah. In other words, this energy that you've been experiencing this unconditional love with has most likely experienced this. So it's like now this, like they're ready to say whatever it needs to be said. It's going to be about unconditional love. I think you think it's going to cause a Tower moment. Community is on the bottom. There could be other people involved. Most likely there is, and that's why there's such this sacral chakra, like such a energy that doesn't need to be there. The Fool comes out for there are 1 million reasons to love. So it's like you need to take this leap of faith. You need to start this journey. Three of Cups is here. This could have something to do with your soul tribe. And the Devil is here. This could have something to do with the Capricorn. I think it has something to do with like breaking away from an old stagnant belief system. Like the old system is we all have to be this way. We have to be tied to this person. Whether this is like, I don't know, a marriage license or a contract. It's like we have to be tied to this person. We have to be down here with the devil, in the fires, in the pits, miserable, naked. What's that show? Naked and Afraid. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to, like, this is what we believe love is. Like, these two people chained together down here, right? And it's like, I think you have to realize that love is something different than the way you maybe grew up believing it was, right? Like it's going to have something to do with your soul. All right, the Thinking Woman and Woman Holding a Heart talks about women who come into your environment and teach you something. Six of Swords is here. So Six of Swords is like you're being guided. Ace of Wands is here. I love this. Ace of Wands is destiny, fate, Sagittarius, and Wheel of Fortune. This is your card, Sagittarius. Ooh, there's some Scorpio energy. Look at that. But it's like Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter energy. Jupiter is fixing to go retrograde. I believe I heard somebody say. I mean, which planet isn't, right? Like every planet's almost retrograde. Don't get upset about the retrogrades, guys. Please remember, it's just an opportunity to revisit that planet's energy. But Wheel of Fortune is like something is fixing to bend in your favor. You may not know it yet. You may not see it because you're still trying to figure out like what the heck is going on, right? But something is definitely fixing to bend in your favor. I think what's going to bend in your favor is you're going to get confirmation. Like once you have the confirmation, like, yes, I feel this thing too. Yes, this thing is here. Yes, there's something we're supposed to do. I feel like once that happens, things do start to bend in your favor. You may even start going towards your guidance in a much faster, quicker way. I know for me, I did. Like as soon as my person confirmed to me that these kind of things, weird things were happening to them too, it was like so easy for me to be like, oh, okay, well, I gotta go because there's this stuff I gotta do, right? And I think that's kind of what's happening to Sagittarius. Sometimes they don't like it when you say you gotta go because you got things to do. Knight of Pentacles comes out. King of Cups, big clue card. This is my clue card for Divine Masculine. But it's like lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and Five of Wands. There could be some challenges here. The COVID masks are not getting away from me. Like it's definitely sticking out. King of Cups, your counselor, your mentor. This is the person that you trust with your feelings, your emotions. This is the person that you know has your back on the days that you're not even there. It's that person, King of Cups, right? All right, Angel of Love. Have Four of Swords, so it's a healing energy. I just heard too, not too long ago, Four of Swords is like a blessed energy. The Empress is here. This is stepping into your power, strong divine feminine energy, and Ace of Swords, new clarity, new understanding. So are you experiencing a tower moment? Yes, you're probably experiencing it right now. But you had to experience that tower moment so that you could learn what unconditional love really means. And then once you learn that what that means, you don't have that guilt or that indecision. Like, what do I do now? You don't do anything different now. You just keep loving unconditionally, right? You keep following your plan, your purpose, and the path that your soul chose, and you follow it straight to freaking union with the Four of Wands on the bottom. Four of Wands could be financial security and firm foundation. But yeah, we're totally talking to Sagittarius on the twin journey, and it's union. All right, Sagittarius, the blue moon. Man, make sure you call and tell me about it. I feel like that was like a divine talking about this masculine energy that I feel like clearly could have experienced some sort of tower moment and is like, oh, you know what? Maybe I need to pay attention to this clarity that I'm receiving, right? Like maybe I need to, speak this newfound truth. Harmony comes out. You're able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. You're able to feel a loving, balanced connection with everything. Compassion is on the bottom. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. And that's what you're going to do. That's what you do now, Sagittarius, and you're just going to keep doing it. All right, let's see. Moonology Oracle to close it out for Sagittarius. Remember, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. You did have that Capricorn energy with the Devil card. A win-win outcome is forecast. It's full moon in Libra. There's those scales again. Again, I'm getting the energy. Look, the end of a tough cycle approaches, Capricorn, and a win-win outcome is forecast. Again, it's like there was an injustice done. Something wasn't fair. Something was taken or done to you. And it's like those scales are being balanced out. Last one, don't let pride get in your way, Sagittarius. And it's full moon in Leo. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, please tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe are those very good things. And that's it, guys. That's your fire signs for the week of August 27th through September 2nd. Remember, we did talk about the astrology already. We did it last night. So if you guys missed that, you can check it out on the live tab on my YouTube channel. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming in here at Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and hanging out with me. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you for my moderators who came in and helped and assisted, especially Diana over on Facebook. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Jasmine, for being so kind. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Guys, tomorrow night, I will be back with the water signs, so Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and we are going to stick to the 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys, I hope to see everybody tomorrow night. Remember, private readings, Etsy shop. Link is always going to be in the description box of any of my videos. I'm always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.